Have you heard about the long lunch nap? You might have done, but why is the lunch nap so important? Today I'm going to be answering your sleep question: why do you recommend a long lunch nap? Hi, I'm Jen. I'm mother to Heather and to Carrick, and I'm Little One's village team leader. Little Ones have helped hundreds of thousands of families all over the world with their baby sleep challenges, and they really want to help yours too. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to our channel, and if you hit the little bell button, you'll be notified whenever we launch any new videos. In the box below in the description, you'll find links to our website www.little.ones.co, where you'll find a wealth of information on baby sleep, and you can also find out all about our app over there too. Why don't you consider leaving a comment for us? We love to hear about your sleep challenges and your sleep journeys, and we'd like to hear about your experience with the lunch nap too. So let's get down to business, will we? Where we talk about the long lunch nap and why we really recommend this lunch nap for your little one. This lunch nap is the one nap that's going to stay with your baby all the way through, from birth right through until it's dropped, probably at some point beyond 3 years of age. Around this long lunch nap, you'll have a morning nap and an afternoon nap. And the morning nap has a big bearing on how well that lunch nap goes. The lunch nap falls at a period of time in the day when, just like you, your baby will hit a natural lull and a big dip in energy. So it's often easier to settle them to sleep at this point of the day, and it's also easier for them to stay asleep or be resettled with your help if they do wake during the nap. Sleep taken between 12 and 2 is also really restorative and beneficial. At this point in the day, when your baby hits that big deep sleep, this is a great sleep for growth and for development. So that's another reason we really want to encourage it. So not just the fact that this nap will hang about, for a very long time, but also because the sleep at this point in time is really good for your little one. If you have a long nap at another time of the day, it can negatively impact sleep kind of all over the place, including nighttime sleep and the rest of the day. So if your little one was having a long morning nap, and it can be super common and quite easy because a lot of the time they've got some of that sleep pressure from overnight still lingering on them, and it can be easier for them to sleep a long morning nap. The reason that we suggest they don't sleep for a long time in the morning is because it can do a couple of things. It can reinforce early wakes, so your baby starts to wake earlier and earlier for the day because they're taking the biggest chunk of their sleep in the morning. And it can also mean that the lunch nap is really impacted because they've had so much sleep in the morning, they don't need a big long lunch nap. That can then mean they're hard to settle at the lunch nap, or they just have a very short nap, which in turn means that they can get more overtired in the lead up to bedtime, and certainly the case for little ones that are over 6 months, when they might start to refuse a third nap. So if the lunch nap is super short, we then hit bedtime overtired, and that of course really impacts overnight sleep in general. What can also happen is if they have a long morning nap, when they're maybe over 12 months, they might actually start to completely refuse a lunch nap. And when that happens, we get into serious bother come bedtime because we've got really overtired little ones on our hands there too. The morning nap and the afternoon nap orientate around your little one's lunch nap. And in time, both of these naps will whittle down until they're dropped completely. The afternoon nap's the first one to go between 6 and 8 months, and then the morning nap will usually disappear around to 12 months. When we whittle these naps down gradually, it makes it much easier for us to drop them. And then we're left with a lovely big lunch nap in the middle. So by having that long lunch nap, you're making your overall transition to one big nap much easier because it's a constant. The lunch nap can be super hard at times. There can be loads of things that can affect it. You might want to throw in the towel. You'll feel like it sometimes. I've been there too. But stick with it because you're locking in really good sleep habits that will last your baby all the way through until they're not napping at all. Particularly between 3 and 6 months, it can be a real hard nap because there's so much development going on with your little one there. But the key things to work on are optimum timing for the nap, really good sleep environment, dark room, white noise, recreate a cave for sleep. And when your little one gets to around 3 months, think about gently guiding them towards self-settling, because beyond 3 months, self-settling can become really key to getting those longer naps happening. Sometimes the lunch nap will be super hard and your little one will wake and refuse to go back to sleep. But there are ways to get through your day and to make it to bedtime without your little one getting overtired and without things getting too tricky. And we can really help you with that. We always encourage that you try to resettle your baby, but we also know that they're not robots and they don't always do what we want them to do. So all you can do is do your best. Try to resettle them if they're under 6 months in the lunch nap. If they're over 6 months, quite often, if they see you, they're just like, hi, it's time to get up. And that's all right. We can recover the day with a nap in the afternoon or by bringing bedtime forward. So sometimes it's going to be tricky, but the main thing is just work towards it, bear it in mind, because the importance of this lunch nap is really big. So in a nutshell, why do we recommend the long lunch nap? Well, because it's the most restorative, beneficial sleep for growth and development in your little one's daytime sleeps. Because by focusing on a long lunch nap, it makes nap transitions at either side for the afternoon nap and the morning nap much easier. Because it's the nap that's going to hang around for a long time until it's dropped. Also because if you've got another little one, if you have 2 babies, it's really good if they're napping together, because then you can get a break as well, and we all need a wee bit of downtime in our day too. So always bear the long lunch nap in mind. It is something that we place a really high focus on. And if you're struggling with a lunch nap or just baby sleep in general, get in touch with us, have a look at our app on our website www.littlenones.co, and we'll be able to help you out a little bit further with it. Thank you so much for listening to me today. If it is your first time, remember what I said at the start, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell button and you'll be informed whenever we do any more videos. But for now, it's goodbye from me, thanks for listening, and I'll see you all again soon.